Hello everyone, welcome to K-Pop Queen for your non-daily reactions to all things K-Pop. Okay, I've got a couple of videos up that I've been wanting to do. The first one that I want to start with today is to talk to you about WeBridge, the new K-Pop convention in Las Vegas. I went for one day, my people, one day. My flight was at 7 a.m. Friday morning, and my return flight was 10 p.m. the next day because I had work 9 a.m. on Saturday. Oh, I hate being a working girl. God damn, I wish I could just have fun and enjoy my life. But that is the reality of my situation right now. Okay, so I went for one day. And I had to tell y'all how it went in case you want to go next year or if there'll even be one next year. Let's find out. Let me tell you, okay? So, we get news about this new K-pop convention happening in Las Vegas. It's called WeBridge. I see tweets about it first. And I'm like, okay, whatever, let me think. I'm a little traumatized from camp. Let me be honest with you. Camp LA really really fucked us all up, did it not? My God, that whole process was traumatizing. I didn't really know what to do. And side note, apparently camp is happening in other countries as well. I think there's one happening in like Mexico or like in South America, somewhere like that, or maybe even in Thailand. I have no idea, but there's another one happening. Okay, and the same artists that were in it for Camp LA are going to this other one. And I don't really understand that. Like, were you not traumatized the first time? You going back for seconds? Still traumatized about camp. Not sure if I can go. Then we get the prices for WeBridge, and I know for sure I'm not going because what the fuck? You want me to sell my fucking kidney to go? Absolutely not. Those prices were insane. They did not have a 3-day pass for the convention as KCON does, which they should have done. Okay, the concert tickets were way too expensive. The bundles that they were offering were also way too expensive, and they didn't offer up at first like high touches or certain things that only the VIP members were getting. So the people that paid out of their ass, okay, I'm talking 3K, 5K, 1.5K, something in the K's, right? To get their ticket, they were getting everything, which I understand. Like, I get that. That's why you're paying that much. But at the same time, it was just kind of like, well, just because I don't have 3K, I don't get to do a high touch? Why? Like, that's rude. I don't get that. Anyway, prices come out, tickets, everything happened, and I'm like, no, I'm not going. It's too expensive, okay? Fast forward to like a week ago. I'm not even kidding. I am at work, diligently typing, pretending to, whatever, who cares? Okay, I'm at work. I'm seated at my desk, right? And Lucia, you guys know Lucia, she texts me, she's like, why did I get this email in my junk email, mind you, from the people of WeBridge? There were so many giveaways, so many contests, that's why I was kind of like, oh, this isn't organized, this is very camp, it's the same process. The closer and closer we get to the date, the closer that shit starts getting, like, cheaper. She didn't win the WeBridge official giveaway, but she came very close, so here's an 80% off discount code. Ring any bells? Camp LA, do you hear it? She's like, I already bought my ticket from somebody on Twitter. Mind you, people were selling tickets on Twitter left and right. People were doing giveaways left and right on Twitter. It's a mess. She's like, I already paid for this. Like, what am I supposed to do with this code? I was like, maybe send it my way. I want to go. So I got my convention ticket for $25. That was plus the fees. The fees were what stacked it up because without the fees, it was like maybe $12, something like that. But the fees on Access are insane. Access Ticketmaster, count your fucking days, okay? Then I get my concert ticket for like $17. Again, the fees just stacked up the price because they also discounted the price of the concert. Nobody was paying $200 for the nosebleeds. Nobody was going to do that. So there were so many open seats that they were like, please discount it all. So the tickets were discounted and then I had a discount code. They were free to me. Like, again, I'm just racking up these codes. I'm going because it's practically free. The only thing I really had to pay for was my plane ticket. And that was a bit much for LA to Las Vegas. It should not be that much. But anyway, I can't complain because I really did not pay that much. Not as much as I could have if I was paying full price. So whatever. I used that discount code. A couple hours later, I get the same email. I'm like, okay, all right, okay. They're really not selling. Fine, whatever. I prep to go for Friday. Get to the Mandalay Bay. I have a little bit of time before, so I gamble. I lose all my money. And then I decide, you know what? I need to get out of this fucking gambling place. Like, I need to just walk to the convention center. We had a little bit more deal. The Uber wasn't too bad. It was like $20, but there was like 2,000 people waiting to get one. And so I said, I don't have all this time to be waiting just to spend $20. Let me get on the bus. So I did. I got on the bus. And I'm now right next to Mandalay Bay at the convention center. I'm walking up right now. I have like 30 minutes until the convention even starts. So I'm going to go gamble. I saved money and I get to gamble. Guys, I'm winning. I'm winning. So I lost all my money. Let me get my ass to the convention center. Yeah, I'm going. You had to cross the fucking Antarctic to get to the convention center. People that were there. Was it not a long trek? Why was it so far away? I'm not kidding. So I was in Mandalay Bay's gambling little ring, not even a ring, like their little center, and I had to walk to the convention center. So I'm following the signs. I'm walking. Okay, whatever. I walk through the restaurants. I walk down a hallway. I walk down another hallway. I make a left. I'm going down another hallway. I literally am out of breath at this rate. I said, okay, I'm getting my steps in, whatever, but like, this is not what I called for. I didn't know this. Finally, I get to the registration. Great. I can't find my ticket. It doesn't show up. Okay, let me go to the side and see what can be done. I refresh the page. It shows up. Okay, fine, whatever. Small technical difficulty. Not really too much, bothering me because I knew I had my ticket, whatever. I go into the convention center. I walk in. I see some cardboard cutouts. I see WeBridge, everywhere. I'm like, okay, this is cute. Like, little photo center. Cute. I walk in and immediately I'm like, where do I go? Okay, we're entering in. We have all these little cardboard cutouts of our faves. Cutie pics. We walk in. Okay, there's a lot of space. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's like a little maze. I feel like a fucking hamster. Where the fuck do I go? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna keep, I don't know. Let's find out.
So let's pick it up a little bit faster. So we're just building up. So ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Finally get to the center. And that's when I realized that the high touches that they had everyone pay, $100 for, all that sort of stuff, it's happening inside the convention center. Now, if you've ever been to KCON, you know that they hand out those, or you pay for them, whatever the case. Pay for them, hand them out if you do some activity with Toyota, whatever. They give you a card and you got to wait in line. And then you go to the space where you can do your high touch or the red carpet or something like that, right? So it's very exclusive. Way more exclusive at KCON. Whereas here at WeBridge, it was pretty much on the open. So like, although I didn't get to line up and high five Monster X, I did get to see them. I was standing at the outermost barricade for, the poor folks, those of us that didn't get high touch or anything like that. Just standing there, like watching the high touch. I will say I like that. I think that's a good route to go, just because there wasn't really that much to do at the convention center, which I will get to. But as I was saying, there were different layers for the stage, the Grammy stage, where they were doing the high touch and the Q&A session. So the artist engagement, which again, we could all see. So the outer barricade for those of us that didn't have a ticket, another barricade for those that did, another barricade for people that I think had like the first level of VIP, and then another level with couches. Okay, they might as well have had a bar in there. Like, they had their own little segment right up close in front to the stage, That was like the VIP, the 3K tickets, right? I'm like, okay, this is an interesting setup. I'm not mad. I'm intrigued. So I'm standing on the barricade of the outermost. So it's not really that far away from the stage. I mean, VIP is the closest, but like, whatever. I'm still here. I can still see them. I can still be at every artist engagement. So I can see the one song. I can hear the questions. I can see the high touch. Okay, that's fine by me. Again, not that much to do in the actual expo, which I thought was crazy. Maybe my expectations at KCON are too high because let me tell you something. The first time I went to KCON, and that was in 2017, that summer, 1 year after I'd moved to LA, I was like, whoa, like it was sensory overload. They had a million panels. There was literally something to do every 30 minutes, something new. You could go to the vendors. You could go eat. You could go to a panel. You could watch this stage. Like, they have rotating around the clock shit going on, which brilliant. Takes careful planning. And I feel like I took it for granted. Because when I went to the expo at WeBridge, there was nothing to do. Not a single thing. They did have the vendors there that were giving out free samples, but there was no food market. Like, you know how at KCON you can like exit the Staples Center or Crypto Arena. I'm not saying Crypto Arena, the Staples Center, okay? And they have that little outdoor street food where it's like literally like maybe like 15 vendors selling food. So you can buy food and, be fine. They did not have that at this expo. You had to leave and go to the Mandalay Bay food court or one of the restaurants in Mandalay Bay to eat. You want me to eat in a luxury hotel? What? Sure, the cheaper options, the food court, it did have a Subway. Okay. I thought we were gonna get Korean food. I really thought that they were gonna have vendors there selling like, a little kimchi jjigae, a little kimchi fried rice, something for me to eat and be like, Korean cuisine. Thank you so much. But no, they did not have that. They did have 2 artists out there painting like a live wall, not a portrait, photo. You're just painting live and you could watch them paint, which I will say, very cool. Love that concept. But it wasn't really immersive. When I think immersive, I sort of think of more of like a light show, something to walk through, something to touch, something to like experience with my body, if you will. Here, it was just a gallery. Live painting, love it. It's actually really cool. Getting the artists to come here and do like a little mural and have people watch. I think that's cool. Hello? Hello? Whoa! And then they had like some vendors selling things. Like maybe 1 or 2 people selling things. And then they had the official merch. Okay. I'm not spending $45 on a t-shirt that says Las Vegas. I'm not doing that. And then they had a little gamers corner, which was fun. They did have DDR and like a free like a claw game, 2 free claw games that did malfunction and you couldn't pick anything up. It's kind of fun. They have like games back here. That's kind of fun. I like that. Why they spell it like that, beyond me, but okay. They did have an arts and crafts center, but it was just literally tables with pens. Tables with pens and crayons. Okay. Great. And then they did have where you could learn choreography, but it was later on in the day. So if you got there when it opened like at 10, and that's when they were doing one panel, and then at 11 was Kang Danielle. So if you were there early to see him, you wouldn't be able to dance because those things are happening at 3 and 4. Okay. And they did have a photography booth. Okay, but again, it's not enough. It's really not enough. You needed more panels because I felt like that Grammy stage was not being utilized properly. Yes, you did have your artist engagement, but when you didn't, there was nothing going on. So that stage was just left empty. And that was a big portion of the expo. The art, okay, I can't stand there for an hour. It wasn't enough art. That it wasn't a museum. That's not what's going to happen. The dance thing's not happening until much later. The gamers room, okay, I can play DDR and play the claw game. And then another, speed light game, but that's it. I literally walked around the whole thing in maybe 20 minutes. I saw everything. And I was just like, okay. And if you had paid full price for that, mind you, full price for the entire weekend. So $45, $45, that's $345, which is, and I'm trying to do the math really quickly. Damn. And 135. 135. Yeah, I think that's right. It's like, it's just not. And then plus the fees. Oh my God. I would sue. I'm calling my card. You need to have a 3-day convention pass. You just have to have it. Okay. And at KCON, you can do 3 days for $45 or $50. So the price of your 1-day convention that was not enough is the price for the 3-day convention at KCON, where it's literally everything you can imagine. I spent a lot of time just sitting and waiting because there was nothing to do. I saw Kang Daniel. He was great. Loved seeing him. And then I left for a little bit because I wanted to see Dreamcatcher and Monster X. So I left to go eat, and then I stood at the barricade at around 1:20. So I left to go eat after Kang Daniel at around like 11:30, 11:45, something like that. And then I was back like 2 hours later. I was just in the food court scrolling through Twitter. I'm back at the barricade. Okay, I get to see Dreamcatcher. Great. Their artist engagement. And then I get to see them perform Vision. I love that. And then we get to see Monsta X in their high touch, which was really good for me because my flight was at 10 p.m. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to stay for the whole concert. And I knew I was going to miss them. Side note, I did think Shona was going to show up. I did think he was going to show up. I don't know why, but I was convinced. So when he didn't, I was like, okay, I was wrong, but I don't know what else I expected. Fine. And then once I finished with Monsta X, so they go on at around like 3:20, 3:30, something like that. Every panel, every artist engagement, every high touch started late. Nothing started on time. I don't know why. They were always late by like 15, 20 minutes, which I think is crazy for something that honestly you don't have a packed schedule. It should be like bam, 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 bam. I should not be waiting that long. So you do need to fix that for next year. Okay. So after that, I went to go just like wait for the concert. So the doors for the concert opened at 6. Monsta X High Touch ended around like after 4. So it wasn't really that long, maybe an hour, something like that after 4. So I had like 2 hours of just like waiting to do the next thing. I literally have to search for cheaper food because again, I'm in a luxury hotel. I do find some cheaper food, thankfully. Ordered off the kids menu. And I just sit in front of the concert hall and just wait. Not me in the back of someone's wedding photo shoot eating some chicken tenders. Oh my God. Congratulations. I get in line at around 6:30 and it takes forever to get through security. It takes so long. I have no idea why. They were not really doing too much. It just took so long. Finally, I get inside and I bought my concert ticket again on sale and I managed to get row A. So I was literally right at the front of all of the seats. Okay. Very excited about that. And yeah, so I sit there and unfortunately I don't have any footage from the concert because my new iPhone 14 froze and I didn't know how to hard restart it. I couldn't look it up because it was frozen. I didn't know what to do. But I will say, 6, that's not how you say their name. It's Seis, so like seis in Spanish, but then pronounced out like they do. So Seis, I saw them. They were great. They were so good. I'm gonna check out more of their songs. I definitely liked. I knew some of the songs, and then I heard some ones that I hadn't heard before. Loved them. And then One Us. They were on too, and they were really great. The energy at the concert was great, guys. It was a little bit of a smaller stage. Okay, it's Michelob Theater says that it can host 12,000 seats, which I thought would be a lot bigger, but I was thinking Staples Center, which must be like 4 times the size of that. Like, it was a little bit of a smaller venue despite being 12,000 seats. So that was an interesting thing. But there was a whole empty section. Like, you could have just walked right down. Like, honestly, Like, pay for your P3 ticket, pay for that nosebleed, and walk down. Every time, without fail. Wait until it gets a little bit closer to the time, and then just walk down. Because it was empty. Like, it was so empty, but the energy was good. Guys, the energy was really good. And everyone that I got to see perform did a great job. And then the videos that I saw of everybody else, the energy seemed great. Everyone was having fun. Like, it seemed like a really good concert. So if anything, I would definitely go again for the concert. Which, duh, I mean, my artists are going to do great. Of course, they're going to perform. That's what they do. It's so natural to them. But I did have a good time for the little bit of the concert that I was there. WeBridge, if you're watching this, let me just wrap up my points. And you can show this to your executives. 1, make it much cheaper from the beginning. Do not try and come in with some BS pricing talking about, oh, they can afford it. Oh, we need to cover. No. You need to think about who is paying for it. Me. Okay, my friends. We don't have a lot of money. We have enough to get us to where we're going, but like, don't do too much, okay? If you're going to be doing high touch artist engagement, stuff like that, okay. I will say offering it up to everyone and have it as an extra cost to your expo ticket or to your concert ticket was a good idea. But don't make it $100. I would suggest making it $50. You will have way more people if you keep it at 50. If you keep it at 50, 75, you had it at 75 for some groups. But if you keep it at 50, between 75, I promise you the numbers will double. You're going to make your profit. You will make your profit this way. You need to utilize your expo space way better, way better. So you need to have way more panels. You need to have street food vendors. Have them right outside in that parking lot and go around the street and get Korean food. That is something people really want there. Invite way more people to speak and talk about all sorts of different things in entertainment. Music, dance, fashion, TV, movies, everything you can think of. I loved having the artists there painting live for me to see, but again, not really immersive to me. If you want to sell things, get more vendors, okay? Also, the vendors that you had, I'm not sure about the sizes. Let me keep it 2,000. Somebody was there selling like athleisure, and to me, it looked small. It looked like I wouldn't fit in it. And I'm not saying I'm some plus size person. I'm a little bit bigger, okay? Like, I wear like a 10, 12. I didn't think I could fit into any of those clothes. So I would think about that for the future. If you're going to do arts and crafts, do not just set up the tables and slap on the papers and the artists and the art utensils and just say go, okay? I will say having that wall, they did have a wall when you walked in that you could sign. That was sort of part of the arts and crafts. That was cool. I think that'll be a really nice, memorable thing to do. But you need to up your expo, especially for the price that you were doing it at. Guys, did you go? Would you go in the future? If you did go, please comment below. If you think you would go or what you would want to change about it, please comment below. I want to know all of your thoughts, okay? You could tweet at me as well, and I will be back with another reaction. Bye, guys.